Um, Warren Buffett and Bill Gates said that the smartest investor on the planet was the late Charlie Munger. Charlie Munger, the smartest investor on the planet, it might be smart to imitate him. And it's amazing to find out what his strategy was. So he's the smartest guy. You'd think he'd be developing the most complex, amazing algorithms. He would be coming up with these brilliant strategies, using 2.5, standard deviation from the mean and all this stuff. He didn't do any of that, and of course, his friend Warren Buffett doesn't even know how to use Excel, from what I understand. He does everything in his head. But the smartest investor on the planet, he was obsessed with one thing, and that was not making mistakes. In fact, not repeating other people's repeatable mistakes, as he said it. So it might be nice to figure out what he did. Well, what he did was he sat in an armchair and he made very few investments and divestments. He sat in an armchair and read about 500 books a year. He read books on philosophy and science and physics and history, and he was pretty obsessed with people like Ben Franklin. And he just studied their principles, but he also studied mistakes and failure. And he just determined, to not do that. But he was also very willing to admit his own failures. He stood up in front of 40,000 Berkshire Hathaway devotees, and he said, "We were horses' asses. We failed you." And he was very open about that. He didn't try to hide it. Reminds me of Chris Davis from Davis Advisors, a real smart a successful advisory firm.